Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a moment to honor the legacy of some of motorsport's greatest talents. Racing is a sport of incredible passion, skill, and courage. Drivers push the limits of speed and engineering, chasing victory on the world's most demanding circuits. But this pursuit of greatness comes with inherent risks. The history of motorsport is not just about triumphs. It's also about profound losses that have reshaped the sport forever. The safety innovations we see today, the Hans device, safer barriers, advanced helmet technology, and improved chassis design were often born from tragedy. Each incident prompted a deep reflection within the racing community, leading to crucial changes that have saved countless lives since. Today, we're going to respectfully remember 10 drivers whose sacrifices were not in vain. Their stories are a powerful reminder of the bravery required to compete at the highest level and the relentless drive for safety that continues to define motorsport. Let's remember these heroes not for how they left, but for the passion and dedication they brought to the sport they loved. Kicking off our respectful look back is François Sévert, the gifted French driver who was the protégé of the legendary Jackie Stewart. By 1973, Sévert was on the verge of superstardom. His incredible car control and charismatic personality made him a fan favorite. At Watkins Glen, for the final race of the season, Sévert was battling for pole position. Tragically, a crash during qualifying took his life. The incident was so profound that Jackie Stewart, his teammate and mentor, withdrew from the race and retired from the sport, having already secured his third championship. Sévert's death was a huge blow to Formula One, robbing it of a future champion and a beloved figure. His loss underscored the brutal realities of the era and fueled Jackie Stewart's already vocal campaign for improved track safety, a crusade that would fundamentally change the sport. Next, we remember Tom Pryce, the Welsh sensation whose raw talent was undeniable. Pryce came from a humble background and fought his way into Formula One, quickly earning a reputation as a master of wet-weather driving. His story took a tragic turn at the 1977 South African Grand Prix. In a freak accident, a young marshal ran across the track with a fire extinguisher to attend to another car. Pryce, cresting a blind hill at full speed, had no chance to react. The collision was catastrophic for both Pryce and the marshal, Janssen van Vuuren. It was a stark and horrifying reminder of the dangers present not just for the drivers but for everyone on the track. The incident led to major reviews of trackside procedures and marshal safety protocols, ensuring that such a devastating chain of events would be less likely to ever happen again. Moving to the world of rallying, we honor the legendary Henri Toivonen. The son of a rally champion, Henri was a force of nature behind the wheel, known for his electrifying speed. He was the epitome of the Group B era's win it or bin it mentality. In 1986, while leading the Tour de Corse rally in his Lancia Delta S4, Toivonen and his co-driver, Sergio Cresto, left the road on a tight corner. Their car plunged down a ravine and burst into flames. The incident was the final straw for the notoriously dangerous Group B category. These cars had become too fast, too powerful, and too difficult to control. Within hours of Toivonen's accident, the governing body announced a ban on Group B cars for the following season, marking the end of one of rallying's most spectacular but perilous eras. Henri's legacy is intertwined with this pivotal moment in rally history. Now we turn to Gilles Villeneuve, a driver whose name is synonymous with pure, unadulterated car control and a fighting spirit that captivated fans worldwide. Enzo Ferrari himself adored Villeneuve, seeing in him a passion that few possessed. During qualifying for the 1982 Belgian Grand Prix at Zolder, Villeneuve was on a fast lap when he clipped the back of Johan Mass's car. The impact launched his Ferrari into a series of violent cartwheels, and the tragic outcome shocked the motorsport world. Gilles wasn't just a driver. He was an artist who painted masterpieces on the tarmac. His loss left a void in Formula One that many say has never been filled. While his death didn't lead to a single, specific rule change, it contributed to the ongoing evolution of chassis construction and safety standards as the sport grappled with the loss of one of its most cherished and spectacular talents. Our next tribute is to Ronnie Peterson, the Super Swede. Known for his incredible sideways driving style, Peterson was a two-time Formula One World Championship runner-up. His talent was immense, and he was beloved for his quiet, humble nature off the track. The 1978 Italian Grand Prix at Monza began with a chaotic multi-car pileup on the first lap. Peterson's Lotus was caught in the melee and burst into flames. While he was pulled from the wreckage by fellow drivers, his leg injuries initially seemed manageable. Tragically, complications arose overnight in the hospital, and he passed away the following morning. The incident brought track safety and, crucially, medical response procedures under intense scrutiny. It highlighted the need for a dedicated professional medical team at every race, a standard that is now fundamental to motorsport safety across the globe, ensuring drivers receive immediate and expert care. Next, we remember a tragedy that shook the world of NASCAR. The loss of Dale Earnhardt Sr., the Intimidator, was more than a driver. He was an icon, a seven-time champion whose aggressive style and larger-than-life personality defined an era of stock car racing. In the final lap of the 2001 Daytona 500, while protecting the lead for his teammates, Earnhardt was involved in a crash. While it appeared to be a common racing incident, it was tragically fatal. His death sent shockwaves far beyond motorsport. The loss of its biggest star forced NASCAR into a safety revolution. It led to the mandatory use of the Hans device, the development of safer barriers, the soft walls you see today, and a complete overhaul of car safety standards, including the car of tomorrow. Dale's ultimate sacrifice ushered in the safest era in NASCAR history. Shifting back to Formula One, we pay tribute to one of the sport's brightest young stars, Jules Bianchi. A product of the Ferrari Driver Academy, Bianchi had immense promise and was seen by many as a future world champion. During the 2014 Japanese Grand Prix, held in treacherous, wet conditions, Bianchi's car aquaplaned off the track and collided with a recovery vehicle that was attending to another crashed car. He sustained severe head injuries and, after a courageous 9-month battle, passed away, becoming the first driver to die from injuries sustained in an F1 race since 1994. The tragedy led to immediate and significant changes. The Virtual Safety Car (VSC) system was introduced to neutralize the race and slow all cars down instantly during incidents. It also prompted the development and eventual implementation of the Halo cockpit protection device, a measure designed specifically to protect drivers' heads in such accidents. Next, we honor Dan Wheldon, the charismatic two-time Indianapolis 500 winner. The British driver was a fan favorite in the IndyCar series, known for his talent and infectious smile. In the 2011 season finale at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Wheldon was participating in a special challenge, starting from the back of the 34-car field. On a high-banked oval not typically suited for open-wheel cars, a massive 15-car pileup occurred. Wheldon's car was launched into the air and into the catch fencing. The incident was a sobering moment for IndyCar. It prompted a deep investigation into car and track safety, leading to the development of a new chassis with enhanced driver protection features. It also led to a re-evaluation of which tracks were suitable for open-wheel racing, ensuring that the combination of car, speed, and track layout would be more carefully considered in the future. We now arrive at a weekend that forever changed Formula One, the 1994 San Marino Grand Prix at Imola. First, on Saturday, we lost Austrian rookie Roland Ratzenberger. During qualifying, his front wing failed, sending him into the wall at immense speed. It was the first fatality during a Grand Prix weekend in 12 years, and it cast a dark shadow over the event. The entire paddock was shaken, but the tragedy was far from over. Ratzenberger's death, while often overshadowed by what happened the next day, was a tragic loss of a driver who had just realized his lifelong dream of reaching Formula One. It was the first terrible blow in a weekend that would force the sport to confront its own mortality, and spark the beginning of a safety revolution that was long overdue. Finally, we respectfully remember the legendary Ayrton Senna. A three-time world champion, Senna is widely regarded as one of the greatest drivers of all time. His intense rivalry with Alain Prost and his almost mystical ability in the car made him a global icon. One day after Ratzenberger's death, on lap 7 of the San Marino Grand Prix, Senna's Williams left the track at the high-speed Tamburello corner and hit the concrete wall. The world watched in disbelief as its hero was lost. The collective grief was immense. The deaths of Senna and Ratzenberger on the same weekend served as a monumental wake-up call. Formula One embarked on its most significant safety overhaul ever. Tracks were redesigned, car regulations were rewritten to reduce speeds, and cockpit sides were raised. The crusade for safety, led by figures like FIA President Max Mosley and Professor Sid Watkins, transformed F1 into the much safer sport we know today. Senna's legacy is not just his incredible victories, but the safety revolution his tragic death inspired. The stories of these 10 drivers are a solemn but vital part of motorsport history. They were heroes, athletes, and pioneers who chased their dreams with unparalleled passion. Their loss prompted introspection and innovation, leading to changes that have protected generations of drivers who followed. By remembering them, we honor their contribution and acknowledge the human side of this incredible sport. Thank you for joining us for this respectful tribute. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking and subscribing for more content. Until next time, stay safe.